Hi. It's a little after 9. This is my second video today. It's Monday. And I need to address something. I didn't get to address it earlier. Mimicry. When God created us, He created just one of us. One Samantha. And trust me, there's one. I'm her. This is the real Samantha Eagles. The 5-cent Indian I'm finding. But yet nobody will tell me who my family is. Nobody will give me the money they're stealing from me. Nobody will give me the information. Nevertheless. In all the universe, there's one of us. One you, one me. And one of the biggest problems in our society these days is, well, it's not the biggest, but it's one. Identity theft. In my earlier video, I mentioned I was adopted. And that the people who started the whole gang stalking bit were the people who may have put me up for adoption. But I want to add a second thing to that. Because I haven't gotten to really research that yet. So I'm going to add in an addendum to that. Could also be the family, cult, coven, secret society that stole my identity. This wealthy elite family. Corrupt wealthy elite family, okay? They sent one person towards me who guised themselves as a spiritual friend. And it is this person, I believe, if not this person, somebody close to them, who is mimicking me. There is a mimic mimicking me. They also sell drugs out of their pickup. Business isn't going well, is it? I'll say to you. Kind of dropped, right? Don't think that's a coincidence. Don't think you're gonna do bad things to good people or be a part of it, a co-conspirator, and that business is gonna just be wonderful, especially when that business is based on my energy. But if it isn't, but I really believe it is. You see, there was that friend, and I'll just say this, because I'm going to use astrology. I'm a Scorpio. This friend was a Sagittarius, and he possibly hooked up with a Taurus from his work. And he still could be hooking up. And I really believe he's having an affair on that Taurus. A little side piece he's hiding. He had a problem with fidelity. But my point in any of this is you will not mimic me. You or anybody. I'm going to expand this out. Since my identity was stolen in 2020, 2021, and the police, there's some involvement there, right? Police department. We'll just knock on you. Wake up. Anybody home? Hey. You closed my case almost immediately upon me giving it to you. Wealthy elite family who has connections and ties. And since then, I found out that somehow I opened banks I never opened. I filed for workers' compensation or unemployment that I never filed for. Loans, probably. I'm hearing about houses and car loans and insurance fraud, car insurance fraud. Somewhere along the line, I think I even heard that I was dead. Somebody tried to make me dead. Somebody's trying to put me in an insane asylum. I'm not insane. That would be you. The only reason why you're still out is because you have money. And you know it. It's only a matter of time. You may forge a weapon against me, any of your choosing, but it will not prosper. None of them. And your businesses running on my energy or off of my stolen ideas you've stolen from me, the story that was mine, they are now whittling away. Because I'm calling back all my energy, all my power, all my heart, soul, and chakra fractals from across all lifetimes since the beginning of time. From you. Yep, you. You're not me. You're a thief. An envious, jealous, corrupt thief who has identity problems and self-esteem issues that you really do need to handle. And now you do have a mental health issue that you're trying to put off onto other people that you're escaping through alcohol, sex, and drugs. You might even have an STD. Somebody. If not you, somebody. In this collective, I feel it. Your businesses are going to start faltering because that money is mine. If you're siphoning money to harm me or to make your life better off of me, that ends. that has ended, but it ends. Get the memo. For all the women pretending to be me for their men, please, honey. You can do better. No man's worth pretending to be another woman for. I'd be like, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Go fuck yourself. Here's my late Christmas gift to you, and I give them a little compact mirror and then a pair of tweezers and tell them to go fuck themselves in their mirror that they just love looking at themselves in. Oh, the tweezers? That's so they can jack off. You can do better. No, I'm not mad at you. I know what it's like when men make you feel lesser than. But for women who like to go around blaming women for the men who cheat on them, you got another thing coming with me. If you're settling for a man who abuses you and uses you and you like that shit, that's on you. But don't think for 1 second you're going to come out of this unfazed or unharmed. And remember, you asked for it. I'm usually somebody who likes to empower women a lot. In fact, I like empowering all people. But it seems I have an entire group of loyal women haters. And I don't really understand why. Although I heard somebody started a rumor that I am a home wrecker, and I've never wrecked one home in my entire life. I've never cheated on anybody. I've been cheated on. Admittedly, I do speak to physical intimacy there. And in another video, I have spoken to my emotional cheating. And what I went through with God there. Even coming down to the point where I actually went to the person that I did that with. Apologized. To their face. Owned my shit. To their face. Eye to eye. And I worked to make it right. At the end of the day, if somebody's cheating on you, is it really the woman's fault? Look it, a commitment is between two people, a man and a woman. How in the fuck is it ever the third party situation fault? It is the other person's fault. However, as somebody who was brought into as a third party, and I was just a platonic friend. Let me repeat that. Platonic friend. You heard that. Celibate 15 years. Check. I hurt my own feelings when I think about the idea of somebody I love cheating on me in any way. I definitely learned my lessons from Those things I did in my early 20s. I'm 50 now. Hopefully people have grown the fuck up by the time they're 50. And if they haven't, stay the fuck away from me. I don't do dysfunction. If you haven't taken the time to heal yourself, stay away from me. Because by 50, you should have this shit nailed down. Like a board. But within a relationship, women, if a father molests a child, do you beat the child? I mean, this makes sense, right? That you'd haul off and beat the fuck out of the child, right? Because your husband molested them? Don't say it. This is apples and oranges. This makes next to no sense either way. If the husband of you or your boyfriend or whatever steps out on you, it never makes sense to beat the person outside of the commitment. Unless there are extenuating circumstances. And every situation is different. But I'll tell you this much. If he's cheating, why even bother? He ain't even worth your fucking air punches, let alone punches in any... He ain't worth a fruit punch. Fucking leave his ass. Move on. Go buy the best fucking dildo and vibrator you can and be happy with yourself. I'm telling you. Once you leave that, something better will come along. Promise. Work on healing yourself. Because if you keep attracting in men who are cheating, you gotta ask yourself, well, why is that? Why do you think I went celibate? Because I kept attracting in alcoholic assholes who were narcissistic and abusive. Women need to stand together. And if you can't stand with me, then get the fuck out of my way. You might be evil, darling, but I'm more. And I'm more because I've got God. And I'm more because I was forged in darkness. See, here's the thing. I don't explain it quite well enough in any of my other videos, and I'll just take a minute to do it here. When I say I was forged in darkness and sealed in light as the newest of earth angels, what does that really mean? It means I was put through every fucking hellish motherfucking thing there is known to mankind on earth. Yes. I was molested. I was raped. I was beaten, bloodied. And I agreed to go through these things. God even agreed to it. That's what sealed in light is. Because the agreement is that he would help me heal. He would rise me up and he would protect me from all that wanted to harm me. But so did the devil. I have protection from everywhere. Because I agreed to suffer. And that I have. Now, You don't have to. I didn't suffer because I like suffering. There was a reason for it. As part of my soul purpose to heal it and then give the answers of those healings to the universe, from the universe to you guys. However, I've got a mimic out here who doesn't know jack all. And this really butters my biscuits. You ain't got a fucking singular goddamn real psychic bone in your fucking body, nor are you counselor or a life coach. And you're out here fucking trying to pretend to be me. You're trying to help. You're mimicking my story. You're mimicking my everything. You're cut off. I'm calling judgment on you. And you know what? I don't even need to know who you really are. Because I've got eyes everywhere. When things start going south for you, I need you to understand that comes direct from me. You're welcome. You should have never taken it to begin with. It was never yours. Ever. My voice is mine. My hands are mine. My ideas, mine. Intellectual property that some people even took to court and patent. Oh, darling. Where there's a will, there's a way. Maybe in 3D. You ain't one shit, really, Baldy. I'll just have you know, when you pretend to be other people and have things that God never really gave you, and He sees you're hurting people, using and abusing, what do you think is going to happen to you? See, I go onto YouTube. I don't go on there to get readings. Fuck no. I'm a freaking... It's one of the ways I held conversations with God. But you guys seem to think I'm a complete idiot. You flooded YouTube with so many karmic readers. And you don't seem to think I know what's real, what's not real. And sometimes you've gotten me, and sometimes I've allowed it. Or God has. I'm getting chills, so yes, God has. But that's because I needed to learn a lesson. That's what I just heard. I needed to learn something. But not for 1 minute are you ever gonna do anything to me that God doesn't allow. I go on to YouTube to talk. It's one of my conversations. It's one of the ways I converse with God. It's like reading the fucking newspaper. But anymore, it's all gossip columns. What's real? What's not? You know how many of these fucking fake karmic readers I can tell are fake and karmic? When they're reading, when they're not being truthful, when they're not honest, when they're not good. When you can tell that they're reading off of something and they're trying so hard to be things they're not. When you're controlling the social media, and I can't even get a singular like for not one of my videos. calling judgment on that. And I know it's not because. That's about to end. That ends now. 25-25. Nevertheless, I know you don't care about other people. But understand me, every time I share my story, and then you run out and mimic it, you're racking up your karma. There's only room for me. I'm the real deal. You're cut off. You're not the real deal. Because the reason I am in this environment is because of you. The reason why you're where you're at is because you stole from me. Understand this very clearly. I am wealthy as fuck and successful as hell. And had you not interfered, you would be the destitute motherfucker. And I would be there, filling my sole purpose, and I will be. I just heard that. 2700 on my timer. I'm a life path 9. I'm a humanitarian. I'm a great gal. I was built for this. You can't stop me. And you won't. So none of this bullshit. If you're truly blessed, what do you have to show for it? Bullshit. The only reason I don't have shit to show for it is because I have so many people oppressing me. Period. Doesn't take away from the fact that I'm still the star. I'm still wealthy. I'm still successful. I'm still Samantha Eagles, the original chosen one and Earth Angel with all the real gifts and skill sets. And yes, I will rise. I have the phoenix right on my back. And I have the story, the real story. Right here, right here. Digital and on paper. There's only room for one of me. One. All others need not apply. Sorry, not sorry. You are made for your own journeys. I would encourage you to start loving yourself enough to go explore you today. Starting today. Because the more time you waste here trying to be me, the less time you really figure out who you are and why you're really here. And that's where the fun really is. If you hate you so much, that's the problem. Because when you are running around wearing the skin of other people, it kind of screams that you hate yourself. Yeah. And when you're running around beating up the women your men are sleeping with, it kind of screams you're codependent. and enmeshed. Yeah. I'm not dealing with that. I didn't work through decades of fucking healing to be surrounded by so much dysfunction and fucking drama. Don't you ever get tired of your own bullshit? I know I do. I'm constantly calling my own shit out. Maybe you should start. Anyways, thanks for listening. I need to eat. It's almost 10. I haven't even had dinner. Take care. Bye.